Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? Well, the answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. When I started using Anchor to do my podcast, it was so extremely easy that I haven't even bothered to look for another app to use. I love this app. It's the only one I deal with, the only one I even recommend, period. I recommend you get on there ASAP. If you want to start a podcast, this is definitely the place to go. It's easy. You can drive around and record. You can sit in your basement and record. You can do it anywhere. It's fantastic. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start, anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Really Rich Podcast. As always, Adam Rich here. And listen, I've been involved in crypto for Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and Chainlink and all these different ones. Some you may have heard of, some you may have not. Bitcoin and Ethereum are definitely the most common ones. But the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about that today, the more and more time I spend in crypto, the more information I gather, the more I study what it's doing, how the trends are working. It's kind of like the stock market, but to me, and this is just my own personal opinion because some people love the stock market. I like the stock market, but to me, it's a lot less interesting trying to pay attention to companies and what each company is doing and who each team behind, the stock market world is based on companies and how they're doing, how they're built, the networking that they do, and, the innovations that they do, where they're headed. And that's good, and that's a lot of people make a lot of money in the stock market. But me personally, I happen to be excited more about crypto because it's so early and it's where everything is going. The old way of business with the legacy system, as it's called, with the stock market, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, SP 500, 300, 400, whatever. These things are there's good systems and you can make money, but the way that the internet is being built now on blockchain, the way that everything is going forward, everything is going to be involved with crypto. I mean, you're talking down to gaming, down to design, down to just protocols in general. You're talking about money transferring around the world. The speed and the cost is so much greater, and there's so much more potential because of blockchain, the trust element of what blockchain actually is. Basically, in quick overview, blockchain it's a running ledger of things that eliminate your need to trust somebody. Like, you don't want to interact or exchange goods with somebody that you can't trust. And because of blockchain tracking every single interaction, and it cannot be altered, because as soon as there is a break in the chain, it automatically sets off basically a red flag. You will be able to see manipulations in it. And things will, at the highest level, it will be known. So therefore, you don't have to rely on somebody's word of mouth that they're giving you their word that you can trust them. Blockchain makes it to where you can verify things on your own automatically and instantly. And so this is a huge thing going forward in the future, because think about this. If you know that there is two competing companies, they offer the same services, same goods, same pricing, all that stuff. They're very competitive with each other. And one of them is on a blockchain and one isn't. You're going to choose the one that's on the blockchain because of the fact that you know you can trust it. It is automatically verifiably trustworthy. And so the one that's not on a blockchain, you're not going to want to operate with them. You're not going to want to transact with them. You're going to want to choose the one you can automatically trust the most. And so because of blockchain, It makes it to where you can trust everything. Therefore, everything that's built on that in the future will eliminate all the old ways, the things that, like, for instance, the same way that Netflix came out and it wiped out Blockbuster because Netflix was willing to offer you a better service. It came straight to your home. Blockbuster was not willing to innovate. So because of the ease and convenience of Netflix, we all chose Netflix and Blockbuster went under. Blockbuster didn't innovate. And so companies right now that don't innovate onto blockchain will be left behind. But this is still in the infant stages of this. This is so early on. Most people that you talk to right now don't even know what blockchain is. They don't even know what crypto really is. They think, for the most part, it's just some kind of digital currency. They think a lot of hackers use it. They think it's a Ponzi scheme. They think it's all kinds of negative things. But the reality is, so many people have made so much life-altering money with it just by investing in it and believing in it and watching it grow and grow and grow. And now, because of blockchain and because of the way everything's going with technology in the future, it is coming. Cryptocurrency is coming. It is not going anywhere. If you wanted to sit back and watch it blow up the same way that Amazon did when the internet first came around, Amazon decided to innovate. They decided to jump on the internet wave and they capitalized. They capitalized early on when the internet first came out, the internet, most people laughed at it. Most people thought it was a fad. Most people were like, who's really going to use this? Because when it first came out, it was mostly used just to communicate to each other. So people were like, who's really going to use this? But then once we started seeing businesses being built off of it, where you can actually interact with them better and they can email you and they can give you, instead of having to call and hope to talk to somebody or customer service or get some phone automated thing, you would be able to email, you'd be able to get information back, you'd be able to see coupons, get deals because you're now involved in their network. It became a massive positive. It became a net positive for the world for businesses to operate like this. And those who capitalized early enjoyed the fruits of that labor, the success that came with them. Think about all the early YouTubers. When a lot of us just didn't really watch YouTube, or we thought, what is this? People watching, you're just watching videos of other people that they made. Well, those creators that were early on got a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers. Then there was incentive to make the videos because they started paying for it. And the early adopters are, a lot of times are the ones who succeed. You see the same thing happening right now with TikTok. People are jumping in early into TikTok. Well, now it's not early as much anymore, but when it was early, people jumped in. They have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers, and now they're making life-altering money by doing this. When you're an early adopter and you stay in it for the long haul and don't give up and you just have patience, many, 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 many times you will succeed. And so this is why I like talking to people about crypto now, because I got into it basically around January. I started really looking into it, starting really to try to learn about it and just absorb videos. I didn't really buy anything for a couple months. I just wanted to watch and learn and observe. I just was studying over and over, trying to learn as much about it. Like, why is it happening? Like, what was all the negativity about? How did it start? How does any of these things, like, how do they affect the world? How do they affect people? Where is this going? And when you start putting all that together, you see that this isn't going anywhere. You see that it is just only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So then around early March, I really started thinking, man, I should maybe start looking into buying some. And because I had PayPal, it was so extremely easy to just buy either Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin Cash. And I bought a little bit of all four, because I didn't know which one was going to do what. I just wanted to kind of watch it and see. So I wasn't really looking to trade. I wasn't really looking to, cash out anytime soon. I just wanted to observe. Well, then around the end of March, I got into Coinbase. I downloaded Coinbase. I learned a little bit more about their exchange. It's basically just a stock market app, but only for crypto. And so I got into that, and it's good because they have like little earning programs where you can learn about a couple of different coins, and just for watching the videos and answering a couple of questions, they give you crypto worth actual money that you can cash out and you can have money. So it was kind of cool being like learning a little bit more about how these different coins, what their uses are and where they're going, what their goals are. And so as I just learned more and more, I just started dabbling a little bit more, buying a little bit more. And then around mid-May, there was a major crash because of a collection of things all happening at the same time. Elon Musk was a big part of that. It wasn't I don't blame him for it. I just think he happened to say something at a very volatile time, and then it knocked the price down. Well, anyway, so that was a really rough time. A lot of people wanted to sell. A lot of people got scared. A lot of people panicked. They get rid of their Bitcoin, their Ethereum. They get rid of all kinds of coins. And then slowly but surely over the last month or so, ever since about mid-July, it has started climbing back up higher and higher and higher. And now it's higher. A lot of things are higher now than they were back in May. Not everything, like Bitcoin's still down a little bit. Ethereum is down from its all-time high, but things are climbing so fast. And I just want to let people know about this because it is the future. It's not going anywhere. And even if you see ups and downs, you see volatility in the market, if you hold for a long period of time, I have a lot of faith that people can make some money. Now, I don't want to push people to go out there and spend any amount of money. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't, take what I'm saying as gospel and just run out there and buy a bunch of stuff. Do your research, learn for yourself, and only spend what you can afford to lose, because you never know where this stuff is going to go, especially in the short term. If you over leverage yourself and you can't pay your bills, and then, the price of things take a dip, a temporary dip even, then you could lose a lot. Who knows how that could get you. So never spend more than you can afford to lose, because that way, if you do end up losing all of it, it's not a big deal. It was a gamble that you could afford to take. And I even say to a lot of people, listen, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can get like $10 worth. You can get $50 worth. You can get $100 worth. Anything that you think you can afford to part with. A lot of people will go out and spend $50 on a nice meal. If them and a friend or a partner or something go out to dinner and they spend $50+ on a meal, what I'm saying is maybe just skip that one meal, just one of them. And then you got an extra $50 to throw into Bitcoin or Ethereum or something. Just start slow and start low. Something that's you can afford to lose. So anyway, I don't want to get too lost in the weeds with that, but I just wanted to say crypto can be life-changing. Please do some research on this if you're remotely interested. If you want to have a chance to potentially make some life-altering changes, life-altering money, long-term, all right? This is not a short-term thing. It looks good in the short term at the moment, but that doesn't mean, at any given time, things could go the other way, because like the stock market, things go up and down. And so I want to help people make money and look into this and change their lives. I want things to be positive for people. I want things to be good for people. But like anything, any kind of great reward requires great risk. So understand that risk. Don't do anything that you can't afford to, or that that you can't afford to lose. Don't play any games that you can't afford to lose. And then on top of that, be prepared for the emotional roller coaster, because when things go up, you're going to be like, man, this is awesome. When things go down, it's not so fun. But if you can hold out long term and you can let it ride, I am very, very confident that over the next year, the next 2 years, the next 4 years, the next 5 years, 10 years, you're going to see some dramatically great things happening in the crypto community, in the crypto market, the crypto world as a whole. So just, if you can afford to hodl, as they say in that business, it basically just means to hold on to your coins, hold on to your finances, and treat it like a savings account. Treat it like a 401k. Treat it like something that you're not very interested in trying to hurry up and take the money out. If you're treating it like a lottery ticket, or treating it like like a quick bonus check that you just want to go out there and gamble and throw away at the casino, well, be prepared to lose money like that. But if you can hold on long term and be patient, man, I think it could be phenomenal for you. But please do some research on this. Look into this, because I think it will be amazing for you going forward. And if you have any questions, please contact me on any one of the channels. It's Adam Rich on almost everything. So I love you guys, and I thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. I'm out of here.